Welcome.
Welcome back. So glad that we're able to set those milestones and everything from last week. If you haven't watched our new 10 episode reflection, please make sure
Yes.
you do that. I think it was very helpful for us, and we're really excited for the next 10, and the next 20, and the next 30.
And wherever it goes from there.
So, yeah. But today, we are going to do something a little different, as we always do every episode. Try to spike things up just a little bit. So I will actually be interviewing my mother. Yes. I will be interviewing her today and trying to get a little bit deeper into what it was like to be a mom, what you were told, and what you decided to do differently. So let's get into that.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
So if you are new here, I am Tyree Montgomery.
And I'm Cheyenne Montgomery.
And we want to say welcome to In the Bloom of It All.
Alrighty, let's go. So, with that topic of being a mom and being a mom when you were a teen, and what were you told during that time when you were expecting from me?
I wasn't really told a whole lot, but I think because I was a teen, a lot of things were not like going to be per usual.
Yeah.
Things were going to change. However, certain things would come up along the way in conversation. You would just hear certain things. And I know, like, the other day I was just thinking out of nowhere because I was having a moment where I was just, like, so exhausted. And you just feel like you just got to keep up with all of these things. And I'm sure a lot of moms can relate that you wear many hats and they just kind of evolve over time. And we just kind of accept them. And you just kind of go with what you consider going with the flow. Or just, suck it up, buttercup. You just got to get it done, And I know we've touched on this, but one of the things that I think stands out to me, like I was just minding my business and it just popped up in my mind. And I was just like, I recall there was a period where I was hearing my mom would say things like, yeah, my mom said that, once you have a child, it's not about you anymore. It's about your child. And then there have been some moments where it's just like, yeah, you don't get gifts anymore. All the gifts are for the kids. And I was just like, okay. And in that moment, I was kind of like, what?
Yeah.
But then you accept it because you're a new mom. You don't know this is the way it goes. I'm being taught this is the way it goes. So you accept it. However, there's other things that would come up and it'd be like, yeah, as long as your kids look good, you look good. So it's almost like you are now slowly just disappearing. And it's becoming about the child. I didn't take that as a literal sense at the time because I was new to learning what it's like to be a mom. And you learn a lot from the moms that you see around you, the women that are doing the thing, right? But if we look at where I am today, just and looking over my life, I realize how detrimental that being planted in my mind has been. It didn't really serve me well. And I understand that the intentions were pure, absolutely, because it's learned behavior.
Yeah.
But just understanding what I know now as a mother, you exchange your name for mommy or mom or wherever you are in the world.
Mamacita.
Yeah, mamacita, mommy. And somewhere it changed to bruh. I don't know how we got there, but but it's like you are wearing all of these hats. And if you have multiple kids, that's a whole nother story. And you're finding yourself constantly just trying to keep up. You no longer become the priority. Focusing on you is not so much the priority. And that's why when I see on like social media, these moms got facial routines every morning. My oatmeal is cooked with the finest oats, and my berries are sprinkled on top.
Yeah.
And then you're like, oh, they had time to do all these other things, including getting a good workout in. And I'm thinking to myself, if I wasn't a mother, to know that is not true for everybody.
Yeah.
And even that is okay. So not to compare yourself to other people or this highlight reel that may be curated specifically for business purposes or whatnot.
And that could have been her one day that she actually was able to
Breathe.
do a full
Yes.
routine, made her oatmeal any other day, ponytail
Mm-hmm.
sideways,
Mm-hmm.
shirt is pulled over, like probably
Right.
spit up, whatever, depending on the child's age. Like,
Mm-hmm.
that could just
Mm-hmm.
be the one day.
The one day. And she might have had that on the calendar for like
Yep.
a week or
She's like,
two.
no,
Yeah.
you regrets go away. While I get
You're going to
ready,
grandma's house.
I will see you in an hour.
Yeah. Exactly. So, yeah, it's just like, okay. It's not okay to, I think, to tell a new mom, especially because new moms are looking for wisdom. We're looking for, well, I at the time was looking for, how does this work? What do I do from here? How do I make time for X, Y, and Z? And again, good intentions, but I think culturally we've come to the idea that everything's to be hard, and it's going to be really rough at times. And with that, you may only get the kids dressed that day. And as long as those babies are clean and their clothes is on and they look good, don't worry about you. Your kids look good, you look good. That's an example and a reflection of your parenting and who you are as a mother. That's kind of where that whole saying comes from. Um, but I think you can get caught up in that and letting that just be enough.
Yeah.
When the reality is that mother is probably slowly dying inside because she can't figure out past making sure the kids are taken care of to just take care of herself sometime.
Yeah.
Making time for her. Whether that be get your nails done, whether it be to get adequate rest, making sure that you let people know you need help. Um, yeah, still do your hair nice, makeup, whatever it is that you were doing before. The goal should be at some point to be able to implement the things that you were doing before into your new routine with your kids over time. And that should be overall what considered as the norm
Yeah.
at some point. Yeah.
I think also for me of just like what I've seen more often, especially just like on social media, I think there's a lot more community as far as like new moms and like everyone's learning similar information and being able to see like, oh well, how do you package away breast milk? What is that, what does that look like? What are the best tools? What things you should just not waste your money on that may seem nice and everybody should get diaper genies, all those things, but like what things are actually worth the investment, and being able to share like, don't just come over here to come see my baby. Like, hello, I'm still here.
I'm still here.
Like, people coming over and just like, oh, I'm here for the baby. I want to see the baby. And it's just like, you didn't even see how I was doing. Baby's okay, but like,
Mama's still here too.
I'm still here. Does it not matter that I haven't ate in a couple hours, maybe all day, haven't had any sleep? Like, if you're gonna come over, help me with, washing some clothes, dishes, cook a meal. Like, don't just come over. Like, obviously, I'm taking care of baby. If you coming over here taking care of baby, now I gotta go wash the clothes and fold everything. Like, help me with some of the things I'm not able to do outside of my regular duties, rather than just come see baby. And then now I gotta go do those things. What about if I want to take a shower?
See, you're not
other
even mom
things.
yet, and you get it.
So it's like,
as a woman,
as those things that I'm seeing, and I'm just like, I can see it and being like, yep, I can see how that can happen and happen more often. It is exciting. A new baby, you brought in a new life. Like, it's a new chapter for you. Everyone's excited. But at the same time, I can see in those examples of like family members and friends coming over and being excited and still just be like, all right, how are you doing? But like, you was here for over 2 hours and now you just asked me.
Right.
And it's like, it's nice to have someone else hold the baby for once while I was crying and things, but once it starts crying, now you pass it back. I'm like, love that. But help me out with other things, and to be able to, I was like, even thinking too, I was like, if I have a baby shower, I was like, okay, you bring one thing for baby and then give me like a gift card. Give me a certificate to get a massage one day. Give me something so
That's a
that
good
me and my
idea.
partner can go on a date and we get a dinner and don't have to feel guilty about it or whatever it may be. Like, add this one to our vacation one day when baby's older. Make sure you put your name down to be a babysitter or whatever it may be. But like, we're gonna get lost in the shuffle with baby. So it's like those are the things I was like I would try and implement myself, and I would want like my closest people who I feel like will be that village to support me, to also be open to taking classes with me, and not just be me and my partner, but like there's new things that people find out about all the time. There's new studies and new ways of taking care of a newborn baby that may be different than how we were raised or what we were taught in the books that you may have read. And so it's like to have that refresher for everybody. I'm like, all right, everybody get a refresher. If you're open to that, that would be really supportive to me. Like taking a class with mom, taking a class with my sisters, like just having someone in the family to
That's
rotate,
a good idea.
so that it's not like I'm the only one receiving this information, or like,
and you're always having to explain
yeah,
it to other people.
yeah, and it's not like well, I raised a kid before. I'm like, I agree, you did, and you did a really great job of what you had. There's also new stuff, so I want us to all receive the old school and the new school information to give that baby the best life that they could have. And I was like, if you want to help take care of my baby, I'm gonna need you to also take some classes, CPR. These things happen, but I want to feel safe if I leave and go take care of me. Is the person I'm leaving my child with suitable to be able to take care of an emergency or something, and I feel safe and not
And I don't feel
stressed.
that's far fetched at all.
Like I don't want to be like, oh my gosh, can they actually do it? Like that's not gonna make a mom be comfortable. You want to know that your baby's in good hands.
Because I remember when Camry choked. I had just had Akira. I think I was only home for like maybe 3 or 4 days.
Yeah.
And she choked on that pepperoni. And I got woken up in the middle of the night to have to come and do the Heimlich on my baby.
Yeah.
And my muscles were still weak, but because no one else knew. And thank God I knew, because it literally was needed and my baby was turning blue. And I had to do the Heimlich on her, and that pepperoni shot across the wall. I mean, up against the wall. She was like, I remember that too. She did not want me to touch her after that. I think she looked at me like, something wrong with my mommy.
What you do to me?
But I think that's something that is definitely important to have because, we're more aware now. And I don't think, like, there's a lot of, like you said, great old school wisdom that was brought to our attention.
Yeah.
And especially my generation, we absorbed it. And it wasn't just absorbing it to just learn what was at that time, but at a respect. You just put a lot of respect on it because information wasn't so readily available as it is today. So you really relied on your elders and people that done it before. And I think for my generation, there's a lot of unlearning that is happening at the same time. And again, and it's not like you feel that they were wrong. They were doing the best that they knew how, and it served us well.
Like obviously the baby's alive, is breathing,
Yeah.
it's moving on, going to college, doing all like clearly there's not to say that here's X, Y, and Z and everything you did wrong. It just also means here's a new thing you can add to that same thing and improve it and make it even better.
But a mother is she still exists. Moms get tired. She doesn't need to be a superwoman. I think that's another thing. It's just like, oh, you superwoman. Oh, she's strong. You strong. Listen, she gets tired.
Yeah.
And if we don't normalize that it's okay to be tired, it's okay to not have it all figured out, it's okay that she doesn't need to be all places at all times, that it's okay that, someone can step in because you see that she's doing a lot.
Yep.
She may feel like she can't say anything because it's a sign of weakness or this is just the way it is. It's really not. Women are suffering in silence because they've taken on this persona that they're supposed to do it all. it's been glorified. We are good at multitasking. I think that we're just made and it's ingrained in us. But at the same time, I would never today tell my daughter that, you know,
It is what it is.
as long as your
Yeah.
kid is clean and look good for the day, that's what's important. Or, you know, that she's not the priority anymore. I would never tell you that because you have to be well and feel good and be good to be good for your kids. If anything, I probably would say more so now, get yourself up a little earlier if you can. Get yourself fully ready so that you can feel good about the rest of the day and getting your kids ready if it's
Yep.
possible. But try to find ways to help you
Get back
think
to
about you. Yeah.
And like you said, like having that kind of routine or something to where you're able to take care of yourself and like really actively like advocating for yourself in those spaces is like it's important. I mean, probably the most vital thing of it is like having a partner, having the actual support system that you can depend on and who's going to do this with you.
That's
You
that's
know,
the
to be able
foundation.
to get, you know, like that's the foundation of it
Absolutely.
is having that partner who you know is going to actually be there and show up for you through it all and you're not doing it by yourself. Obviously, he can't, you know, breastfeed and all the other, you know, like
Hey,
there are
I seen a
things.
video the other day.
The technology out here is
I'm just
absurd.
joking. The guy took the bottle and he cut a hole in his
Yeah,
shirt and
exactly.
he put
See?
it through to comfort the baby, and the baby was
There
like,
are ways. There are ways. Okay. I had seen a video and like the mom was like up and she was like breastfeeding and like sitting up straight. And like her husband literally did like a full somersault and put his back up against hers and pushed against the beds to
"Oh,
keep her up straight. I was like, see, those are the things.
that's so
Those are the
awesome."
things. If you're gonna bring a child into this world, just making sure that not only is that conversation had with that future partner, if that's something that you equally both want, you know, but also of like what it takes
Yeah.
and being really clear and like what it takes for both people, not just one or the other.
Right.
You know, like once the baby's there, like, well, mama can only do so many things for the first 3 months, so this is all her. She's by herself, and like nobody.
Yep. Yep.
Nobody. You also are very much included in this process.
Absolutely.
Every step of the way.
And moms, I think, like when it comes to nursing, I remember that was a like challenging thing for me because I was so like in love with the fact that I don't have to clean bottles. I don't have to do this stuff. I can just nurse, you know. And it was like, oh, but your dad was like, I just feel like
I'm just
I
sitting
don't
here.
get to bond like you are because feeding time is a bonding time. And I was just like, oh yeah. So then I started pumping a lot. And he looked forward to those nights when I was time to go to bed. He was the second shift. He had no problem. And sometimes just as a mom, I would get up and my instincts is be like, where is he at with my baby?
Yeah.
And then I go and or one of your sisters, curled up on his chest somewhere. And he content. He got it. He holding it down.
Watching TV, playing the game, whatever it may be, you know, and just
Yeah.
like, oh, she sleeps, so.
Yeah. But I was like, oh yeah, I'm going to keep pumping. Definitely. Because it's making a world of a difference. But yeah.
Having that support, though, does make it a bit easier to do your self-care and to take care of you when you have a partner. Literally a partner in crime, but like a partner that's there to like, all right, like you said, second shift. It's your turn. Let me do the things to make me feel like me again, so then I can be even better support for baby and for your partner. Because if I'm irritated and I don't look together and I'm hungry, you're getting every little bit of that.
Absolutely.
Every little side strays, and I'm just like, I'm irritated.
It creates peace and ease.
Yes.
Yeah, it makes a difference. And like we know as women, just beyond just being a mom, you look good, you feel good. Even just like for people that don't have children, you're still a woman.
Yeah.
You're not trading in your woman card to
It's
be
an
now.
additional.
Yeah, these are additional blessings. It's a gift. It's such a huge reward and honor to be a mom. I love every bit of it, you know, but it does get challenging. And that's why it's important to make sure that we look out as a village,
Yes.
for each other, to remind each other
Absolutely.
that.
So, what do you say are maybe 2 or 3 things you would hope for us?
Um,
Or, like, will want me to take away from this conversation?
just to know that when that time comes or the next phase of your life, if you're taking care of yourself well now, to plan to take care of yourself well, and express your needs when they're not being met, even if it's not just to your partner, but also to your family, your village, your friends, when you need support or you just like, I don't really feel like myself,
Yeah.
to be open. Um, if you feel like there's something that is making you feel less than yourself, in a sense, like you can target, like, hey, I used to do these things and I would love to be able to do those things again.
Yeah.
Can you help me be able to achieve that? And not to feel like it's selfish because you're like, well, I just had a baby or this, that, and the third. And to also be aware for people around you that may be going to that next phase in their life, to be that friend, be that support system. I think it's just a level of awareness.
Yeah.
And to also know that if you see there are certain things that maybe old school things, it's okay to just get more clarity. Because I
Yeah.
feel like I didn't ask questions like, so does
Like,
that
I will
mean?
follow up.
Can you
So,
expand on that a little bit?
so when you
Yeah.
turn the baby to this degree, and then you provide this, like, huh?
Right. So I'm just going to do it just because you said do it because you've been here for a while. You done raised some kids and I'm sure you know what you're doing, but I just need some clarity. Is this still the best way? You know? But yeah, it's all in love. Yeah, it's all in love. So from what you're hearing from me, um, what, well, I know you're not expecting anything, but,
No, ma'am, I am not.
but just from hearing, what do you think are some things that you would want as a support from, in a sense?
Um, I think, like I mentioned earlier, of like being a part of those classes, like
Oh
actually
yeah,
taking
you did mention
classes,
that.
and like if there's any of my family members that actively want to participate and support, and being there to whether it's watching the baby or whatever, like is important to me that everyone has the kind of similar skills or everyone's skills is brought up to some level. Obviously, you being my mother, you'll have a lot more skills than say like my sister, but just that it would make me feel better to know that everyone's getting similar information along with me. And so if there's something that I don't remember, for whatever reason, pregnancy brain, I don't know. I heard
Yeah,
that's a real thing.
it is.
So it's just like having
It
someone else to be
definitely
like,
is.
actually, it's this. And I'll be like, thank you. And it expands that knowledge so that everyone else has that knowledge. But now there's more people in my village that are actively, a part of this experience. And it makes me not feel alone. I feel like that's what I'm grasping from everything is that really depending on your village, but also bringing your village up to speed.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
obviously that's not everybody, but I feel like that will help not only myself, but even if my sisters decide that they want to have kids one day, they will already have that experience as well. I think as a kid carrying around diaper bags and trailing behind you, trying to make sure everybody's good and strollers and whatnot, like there's that kind of aspect of learning, but there's other parts where I'm just like, okay, feeding schedules, potty training. What are all these details? I'm like, what do I do if it's clogged? I have no idea. I'm terrified. Like those are stuff in my head. Like, even being at a hospital, like being at a hospital and then giving birth in a hospital sounds terrifying to me. Just with like, it's a hospital.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Obviously, they're there to make sure things go well, but at the same time, it is still scary to me. Like a C-section terrifies me.
Girl.
The whole thing, either one,
Yeah.
still scary. Either
Yeah.
way.
Yeah.
But like, if whatever happens, happens. But those are things where I'm just like, it's a lot of research. It's a
Well,
lot
you
of
have
things to
time.
look. Yeah.
It's okay. We're not there yet.
Yeah.
I wonder how many women have that I know and that hasn't spoke up
Yeah.
because they're just going through the motions. and they just have adopted that this is the way it is. You know, I think also where we're in a space where mental health awareness is like a real, you know, common thing now. Those conversations are happening a lot more often and things like that.
Especially in the Black community as well, where that's kind of taboo sometimes, like going to go see a therapist or mental health. Mental health, just go eat some food, go outside, touch
Take a
grass,
nap.
you know, take a nap. Where it's just like, no, like there's real things. And on top of that mental health part of like postpartum and like those things happen and happen. Your village can
I
help.
had postpartum depression. I didn't know that's what I was experiencing.
Yeah.
I had no idea that's what was going on because I wasn't informed in my community. But you get so inundated with information from the
Yeah.
hospitals and stuff, you're not reading everything. And there was some stuff I missed over. But um, yeah, I think there are people, and I'm sure there are, and there still may be today, even though like my kids are grown, you guys are all grown, you're still walking around with the same mentality that even though your kids are grown, people think everything is just easy now. I personally think it's gotten a little more challenging, and it's not because you guys are causing problems or that's creating it, but it's just now we're like not as involved, and you're just hoping everything is well, and you know you're connecting, but it's not, you're not with me.
Yeah.
And you're thinking about what you guys are going through and what you're experiencing, and did I tell them enough, did I inform them enough? So that's also how this is kind of like an extension of that.
Yeah.
It's like how many women are actually struggling because you've been taught that this is the norm, and all these years later you guys are adulting, we're still thinking, oh, I'm making sure that I'm checking in with you, I'm checking in with your sisters, being available, and then trying to make sure I'm carrying my mantle as a wife and being a woman, just a woman, you know, and taking care of myself is still a lot. So I guess I'm saying all this to say that if you resonate with carrying this banner of I'm strong, I can do it all, this is what we do. My mother did it, my grandmama did it, everybody did it. Everybody was just strong. Know that they did too have moments where they probably suffered in silence and felt exhausted, felt tired, and didn't know what to do because it was normal. This was normalized. I just want to say, we were told that, but that was not true. They did the best that they could. We don't have to carry that. It's okay to be vulnerable. It's okay to be tired. It's okay to say that you're tired. It's okay. I truly believe we're here to help each other. We're supposed to bear one another's burdens. We're supposed to be able to lean on each other. And let's, like, I guess I'm just saying, just for myself, can we normalize that? It's not always, girl, you're going to be okay. How do you know that? It should be more like, girl, what do you need? How can I support you? You know?
Yeah.
Is there anything I can do to help support you? And I know that's something I'm working on too, as a friend, as a mother, as a sister, to check in more, as a cousin. Like, you good? You know? And to look beyond the mask or the face. Because I'm a woman, I know another woman can make it look good. We can make it look really good. But just let's check in and let's not continue to tell people that it's not about them anymore. Like, hey, you wear a hoodie, your kids in Dior, we winning. No, that's not it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, it's kids out here dressed better than me, you know, than the moms and the parents. It's just like we just gotta, not to say anything's wrong with that. If you can do it, you can do it. But we gotta take care of ourselves too. We deserve to be taken care of too.
Yep.
Whew, that was a mouthful. I had some stuff to get off my chest. But yeah, I guess that's what it was. I don't know.
And good. That's it.
But I'm okay. They all watching like,
They said,
you
but are
all
you
right?
good? You good?
I just see people too And you know, me, I go through my own stuff, but I see people and I remember that time in my life when I was with that toddler and tell another kid, get over here. And then the other one is like, ugh. And you be like, where is her? Do you need help, ma'am? You know, like, I'll be that person at the store. And this, you know, the kids is really seeming challenging. And I was like, dang, Lord,
I pray for you.
help her.
I may not be able to actually help you right in this
Right.
moment, but I will send prayer your way from a distance as I go to aisle number 3.
Right. Because right now, I got to take care of myself because this is stressing me out.
And show up for my kids who are at home.
Right.
Well, yeah. Well, appreciate your insights and words of wisdom. Yeah, it's gonna be a while, just so you know.
Yeah.
Don't even worry about it anytime soon. It will not give you the honor of grandmother for quite a while.
I'm still young and vibrant and tender. Yeah. I'll be ready, though, when the time comes. When you become a wonderful wife.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Absolutely.
Yep.
Yep. That part.
With the great man of God.
Amen.
Amen. Foundation. Yeah.
That part. There's some steps. Time. Prayer.
Right.
Before that happens.
Lord, order our steps in the name of Jesus.
Order.
Yes.
Well,
So,
thank you for listening with us. And thank you for spending time with us today.
yes, thank you. We appreciate you guys riding with us, checking in, watching, supporting, and yeah, just remember that you are never on this journey alone.
And healing is hard work.
Healing is hard work.
So until next time,
Have faith and keep blooming.